you can many people, there are definitely, there are personality disorders and different things where it's sort of like ingrained a certain personality and everything. But, most people here are just capable of growth and everything and really, you know, bettering themselves in different ways or just altering things, augmenting themselves and adding and just adding what they learn and just really, yeah, growing. It's just like, I just wanted to sort of say that, no matter, even if you are nice to people that you like, bullying anyone makes you a bully. Like, if you're a douche, you're a douche. It doesn't matter if you're, like, selective about it or anything. Like, if you're being bad to good people, that's just never good. And, there were different things, just changing and everything. Like, I look back at some of my past and I cringe, just like some of our prankster stuff, just being, like, really shitty and everything, just sort of always having this little bit of fear, like what's gonna happen and everything, like because we always fuck with each other and stuff. But different things. Everybody likes different things, But still, let's just think about that. I never bullied people for being different or anything, or being, looking a certain way, stuff like that. It was more just like a friends group. Like we would just fuck with each other because that's like part of the culture and everything. Really looking up to stuff with different TV series and stuff. Just being, knocking over urinals or sorry, porta potties, portable stuff, and then like when I ran through two soccer games at once going on in the field, I ran through in my boxers with a hat in front of my junk and stuff. I mean, yeah, there were some, there are thrills and everything, but it's just so it's so odd to think how much people change really, like over time. It's just those two things, that's not really being a bully. That's more just trying to. Well, it's not nice to fucking, that probably costs money knocking over people's shit and piss everywhere and everything. But, there are worse things and stuff. I've never like tried to really hurt anyone or anything. But hurting, you can still hurt people by being a dick and stuff. I know people say the whole like words can't hurt and everything. Be nice, don't intentionally try to eat away at anyone, for that are good people especially. Like, that's relative or whatever, subjective again with different things, but like, just people that try their best to be nice and everything, don't, and there are some adults too. There's, different people like just like bullying people different from them, whether it's politics or, stuff. Someone can be like the most religious person ever and still be a bully. Like there's different stuff. It's one thing to have your own core set of beliefs, and it's another to like enforce them on others and to like be like you're a worse person than I am. And so, not that that's exactly bullying, but it sort of is. It's more like the grown-up version of bullying that so many people do because so many people are like the exact same and follow the same sets of rules and stuff. It can be really scary. It's just that's let's put another spin. Let's put something else onto this. I saw a quote earlier. It was like Aristotle, whatever. It was something just basically saying to keep an open mind, sort of like quote unquote. Like he didn't use those words, but that's basically what it was. Just saying like, question things, like really try to dig at things and see like what makes the most sense. I'm not, and I'm not saying you can't be religious and be, knowledgeable and intelligent and everything. There are all sorts of things. But still, like, keep an open mind and like, don't just say like anything here for me that I've learned is the automatic truth, right? Keep an open mind because it's not sacrilege, it's not heresy to just. You can be a loving person, you can be devout in certain things, and you can still be like, certain scientific discoveries. This seems legit. So like this really seems like the way that things are happening and all that sort of thing. And like we should all be kind to one another. One another. Oh my gosh. Wow. That sounded funny. That cracked me up. But we should be kind to like, I love I'm not it's one of those funny things too. You think about it. Think about like I called it the egoectomy irony. Where like when I made a song once on guitar, it's like the irony, the what's the word, paradox sort of thing of feeling really good about yourself because of how selfless you are. Like it's like a paradox sort of thing. It's like I'm so awesome, like, like it's just like I feel like I am so able to connect with people and animals and be selfless and really put others before myself, but because of that I start to get full of myself sort of thing. That can happen. But still, I mean, as long better than being full of yourself for feeling, superior to different things, right? But still, it's interesting how things can happen. But I just think it's very important to. I just love the growth I've made. I'm not trying to say I'm like the greatest person. I would just, again, I would say that like there's just a majority of people that are sort of just following ignorant tradition in different things. Just question things. Don't let, no matter what, like, don't be unkind for, there's no reason to be unkind to kind people, like, that sort of thing. Different things. Even if someone's different from you and is like, oh, this is like, this is an abomination or something, like, I was called abomination and by some sort of blind uh, people in my class. Me and my old friend Elena, that's where my Elena comes from. I wanted to spin on Elena. She's no longer with us. She was awesome. And I was another that, there's Erica, my ex and great friend that died maybe from partying too hard, maybe like it was drug related and alcohol I think was involved. I wasn't at the party, but there was that's still, I know I talk about things a lot and it can probably get really obnoxious and you're just like, oh, you're so like, it's a big part, like it, I was in denial for a long time. You can ask friends and stuff. I was like, I think she faked her own death. I think she got in trouble with drug dealers and faked her own death. Like I was very much, I would like kind of lose my mind over that and like obsess and be like, different things. It's a big part of my life and everything because that's the only relationship I've ever been in. A lot of people don't like being around me, but I have had just a select number of people show their interest in me and make the first move, and I was lucky with that. Very interesting time in my life. I was not the best person to be with at that point because I had serious mental issues and everything. I never struck anyone or anything, but I did punch the wall once, and I know a lot of people that can seriously set up, especially with her and her anxiety. She had some trauma and everything, and I don't want to make people uncomfortable. But anyway, Alina, I went further from that. I've had another really close friend of mine die from drugs too. There's a lot of things we're talking about a lot in here, but it's it makes life very difficult, and it just adds to that feeling of like, damn it, like I could still have some friends if there wasn't so much pain and everything. But Alina, my name from Elena, yeah, we got, like, we were the two bisexual kids in our, there were multiple things. There were people, making gagging noises at us when we walked in the classroom. This was English class. It was, sophomore year of high school. And then there was somebody, like, literally brought it, just, like, asked the question to the teacher at one point. Like we were talking, it was English class, and somebody was like, "Don't you think that bisexual people are worse than gay people because they're giving AIDS to women and they're getting, they're spreading AIDS more and more and everything?" Like, what the fuck's wrong with you, dude? That's pathetic. Why are you saying that shit? And then, like, yeah, my mom says that gayness, that homosexuality is I was about to say homophobia. Yeah, homophobia is an abomination. Homosexuality is an abomination. So y'all are abominations and stuff. It's just some weird shit, right? Like, just be nice. Like, there's no reason. Like, even if you believe something is a sin, which makes no sense because it's not a choice. By the way, like I said, if you if it was a choice, that would mean we are all naturally pansexual and you are just choosing the opposite gender. That's not how it works. It is embedded in who you are. It can be genetic, probably, different things. Like, there are reasons to things, but it's not a choice. But anyway, different things. Just be kind to one another. Don't be a bully. You know, even people that feel that way, I can be nice with. Like, if you're, it's just, that's what I say. If you sit next to any good person, I'll sit next to you. Like, and good, well, kind person, loving person, whatever. Someone who is trying to brighten this place. If you sit next to them, I'll sit next to you. If you're excluding people for things, parts of who they are and different things, it doesn't matter what it is. I don't even care if someone from a certain group, harmed you at one point. That doesn't, you don't get that in your head that that entire group is bad because of that. I could, I've never done that. I've been through some difficult shit and stupid things, and people have been selfish and stuff and taken advantage of stupid crap and everything, but like, there's no reason to be like, this group of people is bad. Like, come on, let's love each other. Be kind. I love you. I hope you have pleasant times.